Hey everyone, it's time for more Fallout New Vegas. When I saved this, or tried to save it last time, the game actually crashed on me, and I had to enter Freeside it again. But there wasn't really anything you missed. Just a couple of, two Freeside thugs attacked me instead of one, and of course, Boone here took care of them really quickly. So, nothing to worry about. Thankfully, it auto-saved when I entered Freeside. Or the outer Freeside, anyways. Check this guy out.
Hey, what shape?
The King's School of Impersonation. Yes, we'll come back to that because there's a few things there at the King's School of Impersonation that we can do. One of which is hopefully get a fake passport if I don't have enough caps, which of course I know, or can't get enough caps, because well, you'll see once we actually get over to the strip, which we finally reached.
You look new to Freeside, so here's a little advice, friend. Don't go past the Southgate greeter without talking to it first.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't want to go past the greeter.
Those bots are programmed to vaporize anyone who enters the fenced-in area without authorization from the greeter.
Alright, who are you?
The name's Old Ben. I've been living in Freeside since the day I was born.
Alright, what's the story?
I've done a bit of everything around here. Courier, butcher, crier, escort, gun for hire. Some of which I'm not proud of, but I do my best to help around town when needed.
Alright, yep. I used to be a courier, you know, before I got shot in the head.
Exactly one of the reasons I got out of that job. Too many shifty characters looking to have someone else move their hot items.
Yep, how'd you get into a butcher?
My father ran a butcher shop here in town, but business went downhill when another vendor started selling this strange meat at half our prices.
That sounds odd.
You're telling me. Not long after my father's shop went under, and he passed away from the loss, people around town started experiencing shakes. No one gets shakes like that unless they're eating human flesh. But no one would believe me. The sick bastard gradually went insane and passed away. Wasn't long before someone moved into the guy's place and found half-buried human remains in the crawl space. I didn't bother saying told you so.
Ooh, that sounds disgusting.
After a while, I made enough money to get a passport into Vegas. Back then, you could get approved for entry for a fraction of what it costs now. Well, I got a job working as a crier outside of the Tops, advertising for the local talent performing at the casino. That didn't last long.
What happened?
Well, being a suave young guy, I chatted up the ladies from time to time, and one of the manager's girls started to take a liking to me. I never touched a woman, but the jealous prick decided it was my time to go. He framed me by saying I'd stolen from the casino. Sure enough, a few grand was missing from the casino vault. I have to assume the bastard stole the funds and figured I was a convenient fall guy.
That's horrible.
Yeah, but what can you do? I was stripped of my casino apartment and all of my belongings and booted back into Freeside. From there, I didn't have a lot of career options, as my rep was destroyed. So the escort job sort of fell into my lap. No pun intended.
Alright. You said escort, like the armed guard?
Well, I suppose you could look at it that way, but I was packing a whole different kind of heat. No, escort just sounds better than man-whore.
Oh, you got paid for sex?
Yep. I was damn good at my job, too. But after a while, I just felt like a piece of meat and had to quit.
Alright, let's see, gun for hire?
When I quit the escort job, I had enough money to buy a pistol belt and some other gear. Bodyguards make a good, honest living. And I had the wits and physical build to handle most thugs. After saving a few tourists from trouble, I got a reputation for being a stand-up guy again. And after a decade, managed to save up enough to retire.
Alright, let's talk about something else.
All right.
Goodbye.
Talk to you later.
Alright, so basically what he's saying is, don't enter this area without talking to this robot. Speaking of which...
Submit to a credit check, or present your passport before proceeding to the gate. Trespassers will be shot.
Credit check. What's this for?
Admission to the strip requires an official passport or proof that you are carrying the required minimum balance. These policies prevent less reputable persons from entering and ensure a good time will be had by all who enter the strip.
I'll submit to the credit check.
I'm sorry, but your balance does not meet the minimum balance.
Alright, what do I need to get in?
If you are unable to meet the minimum balance requirement, an official passport is an acceptable alternative.
Alright, goodbye.
Please return when you have sufficient cash or passport. You have entered a restricted... Exterminate, exterminate.
Yeah, that's what happens when you try to get in. The robots will blow you to smithereens. Anyways, while I'm here, so let me have a look. Let me have a look at my items. Yeah, I have 709 caps. I think what I need to do is basically go and sell some of my stuff off. Of course, getting a passport, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure if there's a way to get an official passport. I know how you can get a fake passport, but I don't know how you can get a real passport. Anyways, let's head in. We need to talk to this guy.
Hey, what do we have here? Another petitioner for the king?
Who's the king?
Who's the king? You believe this, asshole man? In Freeside, the kings rule. And the king rules the king. Got it?
I'd like to see the king if possible.
Anything's possible, I suppose. How much is it worth to you to meet the big man?
50 caps.
You know what? I think you and the king have some business to discuss. Head on through. The king's the bored-looking guy by the stage. Can't fucking miss him.
Don't worry, we'll talk to. Look at the dog. Look at the dog. Look at the cyber dog.
Look, Rexy, someone new's come to see us. Poor boy. He hasn't been feeling well lately. I'm the king. What can I do for you?
Yeah, do you always charge people to come talk to you?
Charge? Pays must be added again. What did he take you for?
50 caps.
That's pays for you. He means well, but he doesn't like strangers. Here, to make amends. Now, what can I do for you?
See, the king here is a pretty cool guy. Yep, do you have any work for me?
Maybe so. Maybe so. You look like you might be able to handle yourself. Tell you what, you do me a favor, and I'll have some more work for you when it's done. Sound good?
Okay, what do you need me to do?
I'll start you off with something easy. Did you notice the bodyguards for hire near the gates when you entered Freeside?
No, must have missed them.
It's good money if you can stay alive long enough. Freeside's not as safe as it used to be, so the money is well earned. Usually well earned, that is. Recently, my man told me that one of those bodyguards, a fellow named Oris, is making a little too much money. He's making a killing in repeat business. Once someone hires him, they never want anyone else. I want you to find out why. Specifically, I want you to hire him. Play the part of an innocent tourist and follow his lead. If nothing happens, so be it. But I'm guessing things won't go so smoothly. Call it a hunch. So, what do you say?
Sure. Sounds, yeah, why are you interested in this?
You may have noticed that some of those guards out there are kings too. I'm just looking out for my men. I'm not trying to get some kind of unfair advantage. I just want a level playing field for my boys. So, what do you say?
Alright. Sounds good.
Okay then. Once you part ways, return here. I'll look forward to hearing your report. Oh, and take this to cover the hiring cost.
Alright, so we'll talk about the dog, Rex, here later. Anyways, let's head out. And as you can tell, yeah, a bunch of Elvis impersonators. Hold on, let me bring up my deal here. GI Blues, which means we need to head back out into the outer Freeside. Now,
We've got stuff we're not even allowed to sell, people. Only at
oh yeah, you get used to hearing that because you'll hear that every time you go in and out that door. Anyways, I think I need to see about getting rid of some of these items. I think, is this the guy I need to talk to?
If you need to cross Freeside, no one will keep you safer than I will.
How much free services?
200 caps gets you my watchful eye for a trip to the South Gate.
Okay, why do I need a bodyguard?
Just look around. People here are as like to stab you as say hello. That is, if I weren't at your side.
Yep.
200.
Okay. Okay, I'll hire you.
Done and done. I want to mention a few things up front. In order to ensure your safety, I need you to follow my instructions to the letter. We'll be heading down the main street here the whole way down. No detours. You go off sightseeing, and I go off to find another customer. I'll keep a brisk pace, so try not to fall behind. Now let's head out.
Alright. So let's follow him and see what's going on.
To your left here is the old Mormon fort. If you get roughed up, the followers there will patch you right up. Not that I ever need their services.
Hey,
Up ahead on the next block is where the kings hang out. Don't let them scare you.
It can be
They don't
bought. It
outnumber
can be
you 5
found
to
at
1.
Nick and Ralph's.
alright. I was going to say something, but I forgot what. Oh, there he is.
Down to the right here is the fun part of town. You haven't seen Freeside till you've been to the Wrangler.
We'll go there later.
Hey, slow down. I don't like the look of some of those men ahead. Let's take a different way around.
Alright, what do we got going on here? Alright, yeah, I'm keeping an eye on you. I'm keeping a watch on you. He's
Gotcha. Thought you could ambush us, huh? Nothing to worry about. If you had hired one of those other hacks, you'd be up to your ass in lowlife right about now.
alright. Yep, you only fired 3 shots. There were 4 guys there.
Noticed that, did you? I keenly aimed one of the shots through some soft tissue of one of them to hit the man behind him.
Why'd you run ahead like that?
Call it a hunch. You do this job for long enough and you learn to trust your instincts.
Alright. Yeah, medicine. You notice how unlike normal, I'd be able to actually loot these guys. Well, as you could probably tell, no, I'm not able to actually loot these guys, and there's a good reason.
Well, here we are. No worse for wear, are you? I trust that if you need to cross Freeside again, you'll know who to hire.
Alright. And now we need to head back to the King's School of Impersonation and tell him what we've seen. Just making sure my run buttons on. Alright, almost there. But yeah, I need to sell off some of my stuff in order to get the 2,000 required caps so I can actually get in. Did I just pass it? Yes, as a matter of fact, I did. Alright, let's head in and let's go talk... where'd he go? I think... Thankfully, they don't seem to mind you running around here, so... Yeah, I think he's up here somewhere. Beds. No. No. Nope. Where is... Oh, that's a bathroom. There's Boone, but I don't need to talk to Boone at the moment. I think he is up on the top floor, if I'm not mistaken.
Going to the
Nope.
Wrangler tonight? Can't. King's got me busy on something.
That's a room full of chairs. Oh yeah, here he is. However, I'm out of time, so when we come back, we'll talk to the king and see what needs to be done about this this bogus bodyguard. Later.